So the Dons, since it's just kind of a laid-back type game tonight, we're not going to keep stats. We're not going to give you any huge details. We're going to try to call the things the best we can. Hang with us because there's a lot of fresh faces for us. I don't think we're going to have a single JV or a freshman name because they got here late. And that being said, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't know many of these kids. But we'll try to learn their names as we go along. A lot of these guys will be coming back playing future varsity basketball for the Dons, so it should be a good friendly contest between this sophomore and freshman team. But you do know the sophomores don't want to lose.
Well, let's put it this way. Yeah, if the Lobos, I guess we're calling them in black, win this game, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of running going on with that sophomore team.
Yep.
Probably the guy I'd look at is number 32, Aaron Dunn. He's saw him dunking it before the game. We'll see if anybody from the freshman team can slow him down.
I've heard that this is a pretty talented group, and actually I heard this from former coach Ryan Kunzler giving a lot of praise to the team that Garrett Johnson's put together, and this will be his first year as head coach of the Spanish Fort Dons, so it should be interesting to see how he does. He did an excellent job at the freshman level.
Yeah, for sure, and Kunzler stepped away. That was a brutal season the Dons are coming off of. They had a lot of COVID issues that caused people couldn't participate, I guess is what I'm trying to say there. So we'll see how they can recover. Last year was a little bit rougher than they anticipated.
Absolutely, and many of those games were lost by
a point,
4 points, 3 points. I mean, they were all, especially in the region games, everything was just so tight, and the Dons just could not get over the top. But a new environment. We are actually 2 years away, from what I understand, being in the new gym. So we'll get another season after this here.
Is that going to be La Hacienda Dos?
I don't know yet.
We're still working on a name.
We'll figure that one out as time goes on. But
that's what I'm hoping for.
Me too. They need to just leave it. Just take the banner and hang it in the new gym.
And just put a Dos at the bottom, or maybe we just call it La Dos. I don't know. Maybe El Dos.
Looking out there, I'm looking at guys that are professional, highly paid officials.
Anytime you wear some basketball shorts to the game, it's official, and a bib that you have to fasten on with clips. He's out of bounds there, no call. Backcourt, no call.
No call. Hey, we're already off to a great start. So the freshman team, of course, some of those kids, most of the Spanish Fork Junior High kids will be coming to Spanish Fork High School. However, some of the Diamond Fork kids will be there as well, so not to exclude any of those guys.
Well, yeah, they've now changed it to where I believe Diamond Fork's now middle school.
Yep. Oh, that's right. I forgot. They went back to that.
I voted for him to get rid of the middle school so we could save money, but turns out we needed that extra education, I guess. And I don't know. I think middle school is probably the best option.
Yeah. Shot up and missed. Rebound underneath. Big player underneath, number 32. Block.
21.
Yeah.
Gives up about 15 inches, but goes ahead and blocks Aaron Dunn anyway.
He sure did. Let him know he was there for sure.
Scoreless game so far. We'll see who can take the lid off the basket, but a lot of movement here.
20-minute little contest here.
A nice screen by 13 there. He's got the long hair.
You know what would be great, Chris?
If it's 0-0 at the end?
No. if we got a 20-minute game, you got freshmen versus sophomores, and we go to the Craig Drury, burn the clock up, and just win by maybe a 2-0 score.
That's
like that.
Not a bad strategy. There is no shot clock. Craig Drury won probably 5 or 6 state titles, and his team's averaged about 20 points a game.
That's right. 3 ball up and in.
The Leatherwood.
Landon Leatherwood knocking down the three. So a good start for him.
Nice shot on the outside. So far, though, the freshmen in black don't look too overmatched tonight.
The Lobos, standard colors are maroon, black, and white. But they're going with the blacks and the whites for their at least their practice.
I think that's because they're the Lobos out there, not the Dons. I mean, for being honest, I'm pulling for the Lobos. I know we're not supposed to cheer on the air, but I'm going to do it.
Underdogs. Gardner to the baseline. I do know him.
And Dunn just
controls the glass.
Looks like a man among boys down there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. In the paint, left hand shot up and it.
Wadigan with that shot, that looked clean. That was crisp.
So Jay Wadigan on the board. He's, again, a lot of these new names you're not going to recognize from any of last year's broadcasts, just for the simple fact we got freshmen and sophomores out there. And you'll get to see the JV and varsity showcase later on. But this is a situation where the clock just runs. Is not to
5 seconds.
Too much time, the 5-second violation. But that being said, Chris, there's going to be performances by both the cheerleaders and the Los Cholitas drill team that occur during this as well. So
yeah, we've got to get everybody acclimated for the winter sport.
Get everybody ready for the regular season. Shot up, missed by Dunn. Saved by the Lobos.
And number 12 with a great save there. And, you can't score if you don't shoot. I think that's the key to basketball.
That's true. That's 150% true.
All day and twice on Sunday.
I'm going to admit that I am not properly prepared tonight. That being the case, that's...
Well, we didn't even get a roster for the freshmen, so it's a little tough out there.
And getting one from our varsity and all the rest of those kids was hard enough. They all had to be handwritten down because they don't have anything printed up. So I'm going to look at just a couple of points for future references for those interested in the Dons. Their first game is Tuesday. First official game, Spanish Fort at Payson. Now, if that shocks you a little bit, you need to understand now Payson is in Region 7 and the Dons in Region 8.
Yeah, that's a little bit of interesting dynamic there where Payson's down south, furthest team south, everybody in Region 9.
Well, I mean, could you imagine the travel? I think the closest team that they're
Timpanogos?
Is it Timpanogos or is it I was thinking maybe it was Tooele even. I don't know. I'll have to look
Region
that
7 is odd man out, kind of.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the teams that went independent for a time were just filtered into that extra region. And Payson was kind of pulled completely out of the mix for being in the same region as Spanish.
Number 12 in white.
We got a timeout called by the Dons.
Yeah, with the 4A school in the state of Utah growing, we have 32 teams at the 4A level, which is incredible.
5.
We're going to have a little auction.
We got 35?
Aren't we talking 5A?
Yeah, 5A, sorry.
Let's get some donuts. Anybody want these? A soda coloring. Can I start the bidding up at $10?
We're offering some donuts.
$10, anyone? $10. $10.
They called a timeout and they stopped the clock for that, so I guess they'll be able to do that. The Dons, they have an interesting early schedule. They've got a home game against Crimson Cliffs, and they go to Hurricane. And then ICHS, the Salt Lake School, is a home. I have no idea. Intermountain Christian, I guess, is what that is, right?
Yeah, There is starting to be so many charter schools, like the Real soccer team's got one as well.
That's right.
They're starting to pop up. I'm assuming they're similar to ALA.
Granger, they got a couple of big, 6A teams they play in Highland. Granger. They have an away game at ALA.
And they also got RSLA in there, which I think is the Real Salt Lake Academy.
That is right. So, yeah, that's up in Harriman. But that game will be up there in Harriman. So that one, obviously, non-region game. Region games begin on January 14th. So that's still a ways away. But, Chris, like we mentioned, this being now they do everything by rankings. Every game counts.
Every game does
Except this
count.
one.
And in football, they gave 8 byes, so there were only 24 teams that made the playoff. I'm not sure if they're going to let all 32 teams in here in basketball.
Oh, be interesting to see. So, hopefully we're looking at a mighty Dons team that's it's going to be prepared for game one. That Payson game is going to be tough because it's always a tough rivalry game. So
yeah,
that'll be interesting. A week from, or actually on Tuesday night. So if you want to head down south, watch some good basketball, go down there. But Chris, we know the history of Spanish Fort versus Payson and high-scoring games, especially down there.
Oh, yeah, first 1 to 40 usually wins. I think that's the rule of thumb down there. Payson's had some coaching changes. They seem to have picked it up a little bit on the offensive end. Last year's game was pretty intense here at La Hacienda. I think there were a couple Dons that ended up with broken noses after that one.
I remember that one.
I talked to Coach Kunzler during the summer, ran into him, and he did confirm there were 2 broken noses out of that game. That was a physical game.
Yeah, that was a messy one.
So, and they only play once this year.
Foul on the attempt by, I'm going to have to search. It looks like Isaac Mitchell will go to the line.
Mitchell at the line, shooting 2.
Number 10, Mitchell here. So the 80s are coming back. I don't know if you've noticed this, but the shorts are starting to go,
higher
more vertical, if you will.
That does make me a little nervous. When things start coming back into fashion within your lifetime and you're just stuck back in your high school and college days like you and I, what do we do then?
I think it was the Michigan below the knees shorts, right?
Yeah, they were the first ones.
Yeah, John Stockton, though, he kept rocking it in the 90s.
Yes, he did. He fought through that, kept it alive. Now he would just be one of the guys.
Now he would have been the cool guy instead of the one that's out there.
Nothing outstanding about him.
Other than his 15 million assists.
That's right.
Jazz have been up and down a little bit, mostly up, but wow. I'll have to see what they can do this season as well.
Yeah. And talking some local basketball, I want to talk about the BYU Cougars even. Wow, what a game they had the other night against Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon, improved in the second half. They lost the first half by 19, but were able to only lose the second half by 13. That was something else.
I'll tell you. Oregon shooting 19% in the first half. That's just bad.
Yeah, needless to say, I don't think they'll be ranked. I don't know when we're going to broadcast this. Maybe the rankings will be out by then. But
yeah.
Hey, and the Lobos are on the board. Oh, nope,
no, they're not.
I'm confused, Alan. Help me out here.
Tyler Hurst knocking it down. Do you not know your relatives, Chris?
Oh, I should know my relatives. His initials are TD. TDH there with the bucket.
Well, we got a foul. Are we going to get free throws out of it? And the answer is no.
Side out for the Lobos. Checking in for the Dons. Number 9, Olsen.
That'd be nice if they let them wear number 9s and number 9 in the real game.
Yeah. The Lobos are all wearing legal numbers.
That's probably their jerseys. Well, probably still just practice.
Yeah, they're practice. I printed them yesterday, as a matter of fact.
The real ones, huh?
Yeah,
How do they look?
these ones.
Oh, these ones?
Yeah. I was getting grief, so I had to hurry and get them done.
Well, let Allen's screen print, folks.
Yeah. Now, we look forward to this upcoming season and the sponsors that we'll have with us. We'll leave them out of it tonight because we don't have the entire list here with us, so we don't want to leave anybody out. But we'll have plenty of good sponsors for this upcoming season on Spanish Fork 17, and look forward to an exciting year.
The other nice thing is last year when we did these games, we were wearing masks. We've taken those off, and I think we were only allowing 2 attendees per participant, and these gyms were empty. And
it was sad. I mean, you know, we look back on the COVID season and how much people missed out on.
Oh, he's traveled twice, but they let him stick that pivot. He said the pivot stayed.
Let him go. Get in.
Oh, just a little far and a little wide right.
And on top of that, the Lobos are used to playing in that dungeon up at Spanish Fork Junior High School.
That place is fantastic. I was just there the other night for the coaching 5th grade basketball for the tryouts.
Yeah, well, that's a...
Oh, Hurst, don't get yourself caught in the corner.
And he did. And they called him for over and back.
Tyler unable to recover there.
I think he just kind of a situation where he didn't really want to be there, but he just had nowhere to go. He found the ball over there. Ball up top. Dribble drive, angle right. Kicked back out.
Put it
Drive in, lay it up.
Oh,
no.
He was fouled. Call that, ref.
So Hurst, actually, no, that was not
9.
Hurst. Number 9. Ryan Olson's number 9. There's going to be, I mean, with as many players that are out there, just forgive us.
Oh, he almost got the Kawhi Leonard bounce there.
Nothing doing. Lobos fouled. Nothing called. I mean, at least give him a free throw, right?
And the 3-step travel.
Yep.
I think this game might be rigged for the sophomores.
Yeah, I don't know. This isn't right. I'm not feeling comfortable with this refereeing performance so far.
That's okay.
We know that they're high school activity associated, recommended, but not sanctioned.
Is that so? UHSAA providing safety since 1937, I believe.
Officials are just recommended, not sanctioned.
Oh,
Shot up, there it is.
Yeah.
So the freshman on the board.
Lobos cut it to 10. There's still a chance.
7:40 on the clock. 3 ball on its way. Gently falls. Number 16.
Bueller.
Baylor. Ashton Baylor.
That was a beautiful shot there.
It was.
Oh. Put up the 3.
Easy lay-in for Baylor again. So Baylor 5 points straight.
On a 5-0 personal run here.
Yeah, sophomores leading handily.
I think if you were playing an NBA Jam, they'd say he's heating up.
He is. One more, he's on fire.
Another thing that's probably dating us here.
It is, but you know what? We played real video games.
Being on the right side of 40 is not so bad.
Yeah. Really? I have to tell myself that every day.
Well, if you say it enough, you almost believe it.
You wake up in the morning, the bones are creaking a little bit more and more each day.
Yeah.
I heard it's even worse when you're 50. All right.
Hope to find out someday.
Don't we all? Nevertheless, Another foul on the floor, and to the free throw, Ryan Olson.
A lot of Olsons. I wonder if he's related to Cade.
Cade Olson, Ryan Olson.
So Cade Olson took the first kickoff in the new Dawn Stadium all the way back on opening night. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that was interesting. That entire first season of basketball at the new
football
facility.
Season? Yeah.
And I'll tell you, that was just it was different, to say the least. But it's a really cool stadium they have there.
I'm gonna tell you a couple things. That booth is 100% better than the old one.
I don't even doubt it.
I kind of like the turf because I think that'll allow them to have higher usage at the Little League level. And sometimes by the end of the season, you get that turf
chewed up,
and the grass chewed up. And it was really nice when they were playing East High School that their field was in place. The last game I saw at Maple Mountain, their field was a disaster.
That's what I was going to say, because I watched that game as well, and I thought, man, that field is beat up. No way that, it can't be too much longer before Maple Mountains ends up getting replaced as well, I would assume.
I think that's in the Nebo School District budget. I think they're going to do that for all the other schools. Obviously, they're going to rebuild Springville and Payson and probably give them a nice football field.
Absolutely.
So,
I know that Salem Hills got the turf field as well.
Oh, did they?
They did.
I haven't been.
Yeah,
Salem Hills was all road games for me this year.
Yeah, Salem Hills, though, they still have a lot of water table issues at the baseball and the football field, so they had to get the football field taken care of. But I know that baseball field's just been a total nightmare for them to even get a season started on that thing.
Thing's right across from the pond.
Yeah, it's not a good spot to be able to participate, not end up ankle deep in water.
And Salem Hills and Spanish Forks developed into a nice little rivalry.
Yeah, they really have. But interesting enough, it hasn't taken away from any of the others. You'd think that the Springville and the Payson ones would kind of trickle away, but I know, though, that Maple Mountain and Springville, they're not very friendly.
Oh. If you want to go on Google Maps every once in a while and
see whatever new name the schools are.
Yes. Most of them are PG-13, so I think we can mention them. But yeah,
at least we hope so.
That's been interesting, dividing those two schools up. And
Jonas Gardner can't connect on the three.
And it's been fun. Springville, though, 6 interceptions today in that state championship game. Didn't get it done.
Yeah, I saw that. It was just a Lehigh runaway.
35-6, so.
Did anybody get a final on the Corner Canyon game? I'm curious on that one.
We can pull it up. Springville, Spanish Fork beat Springville. That's how close their football team is.
Yeah, and I was wondering if maybe in a little bit of a way, if the lead ball goes for the Lobos, their first 3 of the contest.
And the comeback is on.
The Spanish, aside from Lehigh, the only team to beat Springville this year. So, foul.
I hope we don't have too many Orem viewers, but it was nice seeing Springville beat them.
Yeah. You cheer for the region teams, obviously, when it gets to that point. And
I got Lone Peak 49-42 is the final.
Wow. So twice they beat Corner Canyon this year. And the only team to beat Corner Canyon this year. Very interesting.
Yeah, those are our 2 fantastic football programs right there. Corner Canyons,
they're at.
They got
they're at expert level. Let's call them that.
They've got a pipeline to USC at the quarterback position.
Tell you what.
Is it Dart and then I can't remember the other kid that's going there.
Yeah. They've got commits that go everywhere out of that high school, and it's quite remarkable. I mean, obviously that they're going, the recruiting route as much as they possibly can, but you don't win that many games if you don't have that many talented players.
Come on, Dons, put it in. And Lobos need to box out Dunn there a little bit. He's owning them. There it is. There's the box
Well,
out.
I'll tell you, I've coached church basketball games that have been cleaner.
Wow, that's saying a lot. But the comeback's on. Lobos just down 21-9 here. Come on, there you can.
There's Dunn. He can't convert.
Dunn's got the body. He just needs to work on the touchdown low. Get it to the guy in the corner.
To the base.
There
Gardner,
we go.
3.
Oh,
no good.
This place would have exploded if that would have went in. Oh, come on. If you're 7 inches shorter, there's a rule you can be all over their back, I believe.
Jonas Gardner, number 13, comes from a long line of Gardner family members who played basketball here. His dad, his uncles, all former Dons. I would assume forthcoming cousins and brothers and whoever else and whatever else.
Ooh, way to get it out of the corner, number 21.
Gardner fighting for it on the floor.
That's got to be a travel, a jump, or a foul.
Or let him go. Mansfield.
D, none of the above.
Yep.
Huh?
3 ball on its way and no good. Rebound to Gardner. Reach in and foul on number 11.
We got to go,
Wadigan.
Lobos. We got 120. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, hurry. So that being said, we'll have a few interviews here and there with players and participants on the floor. That'll be done by Pete Hansen, I know, will be one of them. I don't know who else will be down there doing interviews. Probably Adam. Oh, steal. That was just not right.
I was up and down. Come on. Let's give the Lobos a break here.
I agree. But yeah.
I drive through the Lobos parking lot every day, so I'm feeling a little Lobo pride.
There you go. You drive that street.
Oh, I dropped my son off at school.
Oh, you take that new road that goes by the skate park there that they built?
I don't. I go the other way. I take the back roads there.
Okay. There you go. Stay away from all the nonsense. Foul, ooh, of course.
Number 1 there picking up the foul for the Lobos. Looked pretty clean from this angle.
Yeah.
25-9. I think the Dons are going to hold on here and advance to play the JV.
I would have to agree with you.
The ESPN probability, let me check it. Yep, it's 100%.
Yep. I run off the Yahoo Sports meter myself. It's at 99.998.
Yahoo, that was my first email account.
Me too. I didn't stick around. Actually, I think I had one with
Web crawler?
something. AOL.
Ooh.
We all go back to those days.
Oh, you get that CD and you could chuck that in and you get like 50 hours free or something to
tell you what.
Dial up. I signed up for fantasy baseball.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think Yahoo had fantasy baseball in the late 90s.
All right. Out of bounds, back to the Lobos.
Okay, we're looking.
8 seconds.
I think if this was in North Korea, there is a 16-point shot, but here in America, I'm not aware of one, so I don't know.
I'm seeing some of the police officers filter in.
Are they bringing the canines? I want to see a couple dogs out there.
I want to see some of the canines. I don't think they're going to bring them just because of things that could happen and potentially go wrong.
Those suckers are strong.
3 ball by Gardner, not able to beat the buzzer. 25-9, that final.
You know, and great job by the freshmen in black competing with the sophomores there. That was great to watch.
Yeah, it's a good time, and the freshmen get to head back up 3rd South and go back to work in the old dungeon, what I've always called it. But congratulations on those guys coming down and competing 25-9 that final. We'll take a break here, and we'll be right back here on Spanish Fork 17.